Hey everybody, welcome to Rehab Corner. And so this month, because we've been talking about landscaping, things you can do outside, we decided to do something, talk about a project that's not for the weak of heart, but it is a DIY project if you have certain skill set. And so to introduce it, I'm gonna first talk to Dave Craig, our loan officer here that we recommend to everyone. And you kind of took on a big project and added a pergola in your backyard. And not a little one, not like a go to Menards and buy the kit and it pops up like a tent. A little more than that.
Yeah, so the story was when we built the house back in 2002, we had two mature pine trees in the backyard right by our patio and had plenty of shade and everything was great. And then a friend of mine who's an architect in town had come by one time and said, hey, you should put a pergola out here. And we were like, okay, whatever. But years went by, probably 12, 15 years, those two trees got diseased and we had to cut them down. So then all of a sudden the patio was completely exposed to the sun because we face west out there. And so what we decided, let's do this pergola.
Right.
So then I started thinking about it, looked up a few things, Googled some stuff, Googled pictures, and came up with a plan and just started attacking it.
Yeah, they do have kits, by the way. So you can look for one, but it's always like, this is a 4x4, this is a 4x6. And a lot of us have patios that it just isn't quite right.
Right.
And so you did it to fit. It was like custom, and then those brackets were kind of key.
Yeah, I found those brackets, online, but then I was trying to find where to get them, and I found them at Menards.
Yeah.
And they're black iron brackets. They're kind of nice. So we knew we were going to paint it white to match the trim of our house.
Yeah.
So we thought the black would work well too.
Yeah, and so explain though the process a little bit. So it's not just, okay.
To build it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially I had to figure out on the patio like how I was going to make it fit, because our patio is almost like a puzzle piece. It kind of curves and whatnot. Then we have a pond there, so I didn't have a lot of room to dig one of the posts where I wanted it to go. So I kind of had to test that first. So I dug that hole first and realized, okay, I can get this to work. So I got that one done, and then I just had to kind of figure out, okay, where am I going to place the other? So you have to pretty much, like you said one time before, square it up and make sure everything is pretty much making sense in what you're doing.
Right.
So essentially what I did is I got the two posts in on one side, and then I measured the post on the other side, so they both were measured out the same distance from each post. And then as I did the beams across the top, I just used a level to make sure that the beams were level at a certain height that I kind of wanted it to be at.
Right. And those posts, are they
6x6?
6x6. 6x6 are kind of, think of your corner posts. And the ground's not level either, so you cut them off. I mean, so this is where it gets to be really custom made.
Yeah.
Because you got to, if you're on even like kind of a slope, you can put those in and then cut them to be level.
Yes.
After the fact.
Yeah, so I bought 12-foot posts, but I cut them down to about 8 or so. But everyone's a little bit different, like you said, it's not level. So
you're also putting them in the ground. So
I put them in you put them in the ground 3 feet. I think I bought 14-foot posts, but I put them in the ground 3 feet. I dug as far down to 3 feet as I could get, and then put quick creep cement in there to cement them in and level them out.
Yeah, and we're putting up pictures of the project and finished project. It's just beautiful. And so we during COVID, I thought we were going to sell our house. I was told no, we're not. So I'm like, fine. Then I'm going to build, I like projects, I'm going to build a pergola like Dave's, not knowing that this is an undertaking, and it's not it's not one of the biggest money projects you'll do, but it could be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 by time, just in materials alone. And but it was COVID, so when he's talking about this post, and they're heavy, no one had lumber, if you remember, and it was extremely expensive, and I was bound and determined. So I ended up buying 18-foot 6x6s. And
my
Jacob,
posts were heavy at 12 or 14 feet.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe we didn't get crushed. And Jacob, of course, who's an agent on our team, my son, he's our investment specialist. If you're interested in house hacking, give him a call. But he helped Ethan, our other son, who's actually our videographer. I can't believe we could do it because it was crazy, but they're so cool.
They're awesome, and they're great to sit underneath, and we put lights along them so they light up at night. It's great.
And you wouldn't think it, but they do give you shade.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, but you still have the sun coming through the air, and you can do what you want. String up lights, have vines grow.
And ours faces west, south and west. So we bought at Lowe's, I bought blinds that are outdoor blinds that kind of wind down.
Yeah.
So when the sun's setting, we sometimes put down that outdoor blind to block the sun.
Yeah, because it comes in low.
Yeah.
Or, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you've done it when it's been either really windy or something like that.
Yeah, I had to buy like some string or something like that to tie them down when it's windy.
Yeah.
Because if it's windy, they start blowing around too
Yeah.
much. But yeah.
So they're beautiful. So the other thing I want to say, this is a cool outdoor project if you're thinking about it. If you have any questions, you can call us. We pretty much copied him, but ours was, again, different size. We had a tree that didn't come down. We kind of had to work around, but
And a
that's
septic system in a way too, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah. Oh yeah, that little thing. We had to make sure we didn't dig our post next to the septic, like hit the pipe. And so, it is, if you have, especially if you don't have a standard size patio or a place you want to put it, this is a beautiful way to do it. And again, you need someone that's helping you, or that's very kind of engineered brain, because you really do have to get everything leveled and squared up. That's Jacob, not me. And then you need some brute force. You had some friends come over and help you lift those posts and get those beams
Friends
up.
and their sons.
Yeah. And we kind of, that wasn't me, the brute force either. I was just the driver of the whole project.
But that was the only heavy part to the whole thing, really, to me.
Yeah. Well, you got to lift the.
Yeah, but those aren't nearly as heavy as the post.
Yeah, that's true. And then and then we kind of cut them off on the end to give them a little.
Angle on the beams.
Yeah. So and the other thing I want to tell you, as far as ROI, there's a ROI or return on your investment for landscaping, and this is one that you say, oh, I'm going to spend $1,000, $2,000 on this project, and we're not even talking about the patio underneath. Does that mean you're going to get that much more for your house? No, but you know what? They're so pretty, and there's a utility to them also, right? They provide shade, you can hang lights, all of those things. So when they make your house more appealing. So if it's anything you've thought about doing, just roll up your sleeves, get out your level and your tape measure, and go for it.
Yeah.
It's great, and we were inspired by him, and then we had ours, and it's been beautiful. Again, if you have any questions about this project, reach out to us. We can connect you with Dave. Go to Menards, get the brackets. It's just a great idea, and especially with summer coming, it's a perfect time to start this project. Thanks, everybody.